Welcome to the WebMeUp video help series. In this video, you'll learn how to make your website more search engine friendly. First, what's search engine friendly? In order to add your pages to its database, a search engine such as Google will send out so-called spiders to harvest the content on your site. If a bot finds too many problems, this can harm indexing and influence your rankings and traffic. What's more, these problems also impact user experience, so we'll need to fix them in the first place. Just a short notice. To fix most of the issues described further, you might need assistance of your website administrator. If you manage the site on your own, you'll probably fix the stuff yourself. Do not underestimate the importance of these things, and do not postpone them, as some may be truly critical for your rankings. So how does WebMeUp help you identify these issues? Let's find out in the Pages Site Structure module. As you create a project, WebMeUp collects all your site's pages and analyzes them in detail. Click the Accessibility workspace here. Let's analyze what all these stats mean. When a request is made to a server for a page on your site, for instance when a user accesses your page in a browser, your server returns an HTTP status code in response to the request. This status code gives Googlebot information about your site and the requested page. Ideally, most of the pages should return 200, so if you see 200, your page is doing fine. Now, if the code starts with the number 3, take a closer look. Permanent page redirects will be marked as 301, which is okay unless there are not too many of them on your site. Pay attention to 302, temporary redirects. Don't use this one to tell the Googlebot that a page or site has moved, because Googlebot will continue to crawl and index the original location instead of the new one. Errors in the 400 and 500 range are the things to get nervous about. They signal client and server-side issues and should be fixed as soon as possible. The 404 not found error is probably the most common one. If this all sounds too complicated to fix, follow the advice above and consult your webmaster, or ask a question on our forum. Sometimes we can tell search engine bots what to do with our website content. For example, before you had your website up and running, it's possible it was closed from indexing by a special tag or the robots.txt file. Now, when your site's totally okay, important content should never be blocked. Check the robots restrictions column here to make sure that important content is not blocked by the robots.txt file in the root directory, the no index tag in the head section of pages, the xrobots tag in the HTTP header. Also, check your site content for flashing frames. As it's still hard for search engines to properly index the content in flashing frames, you should use these elements carefully, not to hinder website crawling. If you have a lot of content in flashing frames, add text transcripts to the pages. Page load speed is one of the ranking factors used by Google. The bigger the size of a page, the longer it takes to load. Check the size column to see which pages are the largest and therefore take longest to load. Or use the Group by Size feature here to see your site pages filtered into 3 categories. To improve the page load speed, you can make your images and videos smaller. Check if there are any old unnecessary scripts that can be removed. Avoid too many redirects. And sure, feel free to ask the WebMeUp community for more tips. Okay, now let's switch to the Encoding and URLs workspace here to get even more data about your site. Take a look at the Broken Links column. Broken links harm usability and can cause traffic losses. Fix all broken links by correcting the invalid link URLs and setting the 301 redirects. Are your URLs good enough for search engines? The URL length column will show you the number of symbols your URLs have. Ideally, they should be 75 symbols or less. Optimize the length of the URLs that are too long. Also, don't forget to use keywords in the URLs of the pages you're optimizing to make them more relevant and enhance rankings. And here, to make things easier, the doctype and the charset are used by browsers to render your content correctly to users, so make sure your site pages do have these elements. Here's where you can find them in the source code of a page. The most common charset type today is UTF-8. Have you already fixed some of the accessibility issues? You can press the scroll button to rebuild the whole site structure, or refresh button to update factors for a particular page. Additionally, you can go to the Ranking Factors module and choose the indexing factor to see how many pages of your website have been indexed by search engines. Take a look at the graph below to compare your current stats with previous results. And as anywhere else in WebMeUp, you can create your custom workspace with the necessary factors to quickly see the data you need, and export the stats from the current workspace into a CSV file. Making your website search engine friendly does take some time, so feel free to get back to this video and check chapters 2, 3, and 4 of your built-in SEO checklist. Stay tuned for more WebMeUp help videos.